So this is, of course, the masterpiece with the stairs going down and then the intricate water feature all the way going up. So we got the stacked slate urn that kind of draws you across this bridge. And of course, this was designed so that it would really draw your eyes out into the garden from the main viewing area in the house. Little seating area right here, and then another urn with the sound. Look at this yard. I mean, it's just a complete jungle back here with this overcast, trees, but look at this.
Two big channel cats with an albino cat right there.
To live in the Aquascape lifestyle. I would love to take credit for this water feature and this entire gardens, but I can't. I just get to enjoy it. Every year I come back to the Judd residence in Barrington and just get blown away and amazed by the intricacy, the scale, the design, and everything else that Brian and Peggy herself, who's a master gardener, have created here. So Peggy herself, that is the dreamer, the believer, the schemer, and the planter of so many of these things. You're in for a real treat. Check it out. So we'll let Brian do what he does, and you and I, let's walk the gardens and you could explain this. Introduce us to your two pups.
There's Dolce. Dolce's 11.
Yeah, Dolce's the older guy.
And there's Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Bella.
She's the younger pup that keeps Dolce young. Okay, how many years now for you in this house?
15.
15 years, okay. So this is, of course, the masterpiece with the stairs going down and then the intricate water feature all the way going up. So
we have a lot more sun this year. We took out 4 cherry trees.
Now we had first worked with you at your old property, and you really got this property because you saw the vision for this property because it was so much more land, right?
Exactly, and elevation.
Okay, so there's Brian doing his thing. I'm doing mine, you do yours. Oh, here we go, thank you. I even got a coffee. Thanks, Rick. I love pond customers. All right, so where are we gonna start? We're gonna start with walking across the bridge, right?
This was all buckthorn. You couldn't see anything back here. So,
15 years ago when you got it.
Correct. And so just slowly, we cleared out the buckthorn, and then we did an island by island. It's a slow process.
So we got the stacked slate urn that kind of draws you across this bridge. Come right over here, and the birds love that because of the shallow water on the top. So you get a lot of birds that would come down and bathe into that.
We'll go this way.
All right.
Then all the logs came from this property that line the paths. And because it's mostly shade, we do a lot of hostas. Oh, there. I put in butterfly gardens last year, so I've got a lot of monarchs.
And there's a beautiful monarch right there.
Yep.
On a purple coneflower.
That was perfect timing for him. And then those are my sculptures from Santa Fe. Hydrangeas. The hydrangeas do really well in here.
Right, with the dappled sunlight. Beautiful log with the moss on it. Wow. Got some elk antlers here, huh?
We do, yep. I was going to pick them up in the winter, but the chipmunks nibble on them
Yeah?
in the winter, and I thought, oh, just leave it for them.
She even takes care of the chipmunks. So how many acres this year?
5 acres.
5 acres, but it feels so much bigger because there's so much mystery. Like here we're walking back to a grass area back here with a little bench.
This was on the property. This is a really fun tree. It's very whimsical. It's a honeysuckle. And I kept that.
Honeysuckle, yeah.
This year I went out to a place that sells daylilies. So we just cleared this area back here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just starting that.
This is your therapy.
It is my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And then these are milkweeds that I took out of a field, and this is kind of butterfly.
Oh, yep, there goes another monarch.
Yeah, so this is butterfly.
Right, because unlike a butterfly bush, the milkweed is actually food for them.
Mm-hmm. I raised them last year. I would take, oh, there you go.
Put the moths on the milkweed.
I actually took the eggs and I put them in a little netting cage, and they grew. And then I'd get new leaves every day and feed it to them, and then they made a chrysalis and hatched. And
isn't that cool?
It was very fun, very fun. Then here's more hostas.
Yep, hosta row, more sculptures.
Yeah. Oh, here's my pile of mulch we're working on. Yeah, this would have been fun on the pond walk for people. They just come back here and just hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, it's just absolutely, I love the mystery, and it's just so peaceful and tranquil. And then of course we turn the corner again, and then you got another urn with water coming out the top. Little seating area right here, and then another urn with the sound. Which way, which way?
We'll go this way.
Okay, we're going right now.
Go over the pond with the stone.
More hydrangeas blooming over here, and then you have this natural swale on your property.
Yeah, just started seeding itself, and it more and more, I don't know what those are, but more and more every year.
Looks beautiful.
And then our pondless.
And of course this was designed so that it would really draw your eyes out into the garden from the main viewing area in the house.
People think this is part of the other pond too.
Right, they feel it's connected because it's behind the other pond so you can see it. You got some frogs in here, I see, huh?
A lot.
Yeah, there they go. Elephant ear, beautiful. I love these bluestone steppers across this bluestone rock, which is a very dense stone, but you really like the color, huh? Some fish statues. How many annuals do you plant?
1,000. And I got a buffalo
Skull, yep.
With the Indian.
Absolutely awesome.
But it's mostly shade plants. It's a lot of water, a lot of weeds.
So it keeps you busy, but it's all therapeutic.
Oh, it is.
And then this is the bridge that goes back that we crossed over, and that's the natural swale. When it rains, you get water going through there. Just look at the plantings. Everything is so lush. There's not a thing out of place. Just spectacular.
I've been working for you, Greg.
You would have been on the pond tour, but this is a virtual pond tour. Now everybody in the world, not just the people in Chicago, can see it, which is even better. This pond, you're in for a real treat, is literally in the middle of a forest. Come on, Buck. That's my dog, Buckeye. Come on, over there. Back here, right here, look at this, is my friend Jeff Decro, who has had this pond now for how many years, Jeff?
Third year. Morning, Greg.
Third
How are
year.
you?
No, wait a minute. This is the second pond we built here, though, right?
The first pond was built by a guy that was a contractor.
Okay,
Aquascape built
okay.
this.
And then we rebuilt this.
You rebuilt
3
this.
years ago.
Yep.
Look at these fish. Look at this yard. I mean, it's just a complete jungle back here with this overcast, trees. But look at this. If you think you can't build a pond in shade, look at this pond. I mean, full leaf exposure on here, but we have a skimmer filter, right, to handle everything. And we got the waterfalls on this side to push everything along. And what an awesome backyard setting, you know, right here. And here's the funniest thing. When you moved in here, your neighbors had a pond.
They had a pond.
How did this whole thing get started? Because this is not a normal pond. This is a beautiful pond. How did it all get started?
Well, for me, the house that we lived in prior to this one, I had a koi pond that I built.
Okay.
I started small, and then I made it a little bit bigger the next year, a little bit bigger the next year, and I had fish.
So you had 3 ponds at your old house.
At my old house over the course of 3 years. So I upgraded it every year. When I did that, the fish started growing and growing and growing. I got attached to the fish. So when we moved into this house 10 years ago, I said, well, the fish have to come with us, so we need a place to put them.
So you hired a contractor.
We moved in, saw a sign in a pond you did for Doug and Lori Smith.
Oh yeah, I think we've got probably about 4 or 5 ponds in this neighborhood.
Yeah, guy came over, the contractor came over and built a smaller pond for us. So I was able to put the fish in. Then we had some trouble with critters back here. Mink, heron.
You had heron even with all these trees, huh?
Yeah.
You never know.
The heron would come and just perch right here.
Wow.
Do the deck, pick out its meal.
Right where Buckeye is. Hey,
Right
Buck,
where Buckeye
making
is.
himself at home.
Yeah, and jump right down. And occasionally I'll see him walking around in the back here. So what I wanted was a pond that had sheer sides, and that's when I talked to Aquascape and Chris. I said, listen, I need something with sheer sides so we don't have the problem with the heron getting it. Haven't had a problem with that since. The mink have disappeared. So I went through a lot of fish over the first couple of years that we were in here just because the mink were going
But since we put this pond in, no problem.
No problem.
And you've
Fish
got
are
some
happy,
beautiful
healthy.
fish in here.
Yeah, they're very nice fish.
So how often do you come into Aquascape? Because I see you a lot. I think it's maybe your favorite place to visit.
Yeah, I mean, I come in there often with my son Max and my wife Kelly, because we just like the big ponds and seeing the fish there.
And not only does he like the big ponds, you love the culture, because you told me today you're national sales manager, right?
Right. I'm responsible for the Americas for my company, and I have a group meeting here at my house. It happens to be starting this afternoon every year. And one of our routines is we go to lunch and then we go to Aquascape and we walk around the large ponds there, give people a sense of that.
Because it's about culture.
It's about culture. So this year we're actually going to go in and have a tour of Aquascape and sit down with your people and talk about company culture and engagement, because that's important to our company.
I love that. I love that. When I built Aqualand, I wanted to create a workplace utopia.
Yeah.
Where people could enjoy the turtles, fish, and frogs, and the whole third floor is dedicated to fun and fitness. But it's cool to see a guy that not only lives the Aquascape lifestyle, but wants to live the same culture with what you do with your team.
Absolutely. Well, you've accomplished that.
So what do people say, Jeff? You got to tell me. What do
All right.
people say that come out here for the first time, because they're not used to seeing something like this?
Well, first of all, you don't know what's back here from the front, right?
Nope.
So when we have friends over, or I would have my softball team friends come over after a game, and they would come back here, never been back here before, and just go, holy cow, I have no idea. This is like a resort back here.
It is.
And I had people say, you know what, if you're not home, that's fine. I might come back here and have a glass of wine or something while you're not here. It's just so relaxing. And
Well, just that sound. Listen to that.
yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, we love it. And this is just part of our being now. I can't imagine us living anywhere without some sort of water feature.
Well, like you said, your old house had them. Your neighbor just happens to have a pond. We should probably go check out that pond. Yeah, I would absolutely say this is a Cadillac Escalade of a water feature.
Beautiful. Yeah, we love it.
How many fish do you have in here?
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Like probably
you
30?
see the big catfish in there?
You got a catfish.
There's-
Oh, yeah.
There's
channel
two
catfish.
Two big channel cats. There's an albino cat right there. Those Max and I caught at a
So talk
subdivision
about that a
pond.
little bit. So your son is into this too. Dinosaurs and also this,
He
right?
loves the pond, yeah. So he comes back here. This is kind of his place of solitude, and he'll perch on the rock over there. And we have pictures from our old pond where he was actually, there's a rock in the middle. He would sit on and just perch there and look at the fish.
Amen.
And he just loves this. It's just so relaxing.
Amen to that. And then at nighttime with the lights.
Yeah, the whole backyard lights up. Got underwater lighting. We've got lighting in the trees. It's that's what people experience when they come back here. Mostly it's in the evening.
Right.
So, I mean, imagine this. It's dark here now, but imagine this at night with all the lights going up, and we have lights coming down.
And I love it. You have windows that face there. You have a finished basement. You have the upper deck. You have the lower deck. You have seating area here. This is what living the Aquascape lifestyle is. It's not just about the water feature. It's about the environment that the space creates. So it'd be hard.
This is my office right here. So when I'm not traveling, my office overlooks the pond here. And if I'm having a stressful moment, I look out here and...
Amen to that.
This is just another part of how we incorporate the Aquascape lifestyle. Cool. This is a watercolor or a oil painting done by a friend, Tony Soskich.
Beautiful. Did he get inspired by your pond?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's one of the people that came here and said this is like a resort.
Yes, and then he painted you a painting. That's really cool. All right, show us your office where you get to dream at. Oh, so here's your sales meeting.
This is going to be the conference room this morning.
You guys playing some golf too?
No. When I'm not traveling.
Oh yeah, look at this. You go look right out here. There it is. The view from inside the house is so important. So it's raining outside right now. It's dark, but could you imagine that in the sun or at nighttime? I mean, those fish look like just gold and silver there shining in the lights at night, I guarantee it. What a great place for it. Even outdoor loving people like Jeff or myself spend the majority of our time inside. So the view from inside the house is so important for a water feature. And then you can open up the windows and have that sound on a nice day.
Absolutely.
Nice.
We have the purview from the deck looking down at the pond too, so we love that.
And the kitchen sink. So when Jeff does the dishes, right, he sits here and he can look right down into the pond. Well, Mr. Decro,
hey,
thanks
pleasure.
again. I
Yeah.
always love coming over here. It's always fun visiting with customers.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with your meeting at Aquascape today.
Yeah, it'll be
Isn't
fun.
that fun?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what it's all about. It's
Yeah.
about not only living the lifestyle, but sharing what we're best at. And this is a sales manager. Love the fact that you can come to Aquascape and show them the culture, and then let them see the Aquascape culture a little bit as well.
Appreciate it. All right,
Thanks
man.
again,
Thanks.
buddy.
Good to see you.
I really
All right.
appreciate
Take
this.
care.
And that's what it's all about, you know, showcasing how people live the Aquascape lifestyle. I love my job, which is why I wear these shirts that says I love my job. Getting to be exposed to people all over the world what people should be doing, which is living the Aquascape lifestyle. Buckeye just ate all of the dog food in their kitchen, but you know what? This guy only lives about 10 minutes from Aqualand, so I probably come here about twice a year to see his pond, and this is what it's all about, showcasing how people live the Aquascape lifestyle. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and show more people how to live the Aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.